Are you thinking of moving to Sarasota, Florida? Well, today we are talking about what I love and what I hate about living here. And we are starting right now. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Lindsay Ashley and I'm a real estate agent with Keller Williams Realty Select in Sarasota, Florida. And if you are new here, welcome. And please consider subscribing to my channel by clicking that little bell notification below because I talk about a lot of cool stuff related to Sarasota, Bradenton, Venice, and Lakewood Ranch. And if you are going to be living here, and I'm sure you are going to want to know about all the cool things I talk about. As a native to the area, I would love to tell you why Sarasota is an awesome place to live. But I will be honest, there are some not so exciting things about living here too. So feel free to read the complete blog post by clicking the link down below. But stay tuned for the top 10 reasons why you should definitely move to Sarasota and 5 things you can expect to not be excited about. So let's get right to it. So 10 reasons why I love Sarasota and why you should move here. There's no specific orders of importance. So number 1, activities and events. No matter what time of year, there are always lots of events happening. Art shows, beach runs, rowing marathons, baseball games, antique car shows. The downtown Saturday farmer market is amazing, as well as several other markets around the county. The sand sculpting competition is amazing. The annual Chalk Festival will blow your mind. Motorcycle runs, circus events, music festivals. The Sunset Drum Circle is amazing too. You have to go. Craft shows, events at the Selby Gardens, and on and on and on. So our year-round sunshine makes for perfect event production. Piggybacking off activities and events would be my number 2. Our culture. Sarasota is considered the number 1 cultural city in America for a city of its size. Our current population of the city is around 53,000 permanent residents with 720,000 in the metro area. So we have many theaters, including the Oslo Repertory, the Florida Studio Theater, the Players Theater, the West Coast Black Theater Troupe, and many, many more. There's also the Van Wezel Performing Arts Center and many other entertainment halls. So the art community is also thriving here. There are many artists and musicians that call Sarasota home. There are art galleries and music events and more. And for a city this size, it is very rare to have a successful Sarasota Opera House and Sarasota Ballet and Sarasota Orchestra. So many residents have relocated to Sarasota strictly for our culture. Inspiring the culture of today is my number 3. The history of Sarasota, dating back to the early 1900s when the area was discovered by socialite Bertha Honore Palmer. The influential and celebrated Chicago woman had spent her winters in Florida, sound familiar, with her husband, and after he passed, she moved to Florida and purchased a third of what we know as Sarasota County. Her estate is known as the historic Spanish Point, Mayaca River State, Palmer Ranch, and the Oaks. So soon after John and Mabel Ringling, they came to town and capitalized on the 1920s building boom and changing the face of Sarasota forever with their magnificent Catazan, the John and Mabel Ringling Museum of Art, and a plethora of Mediterranean-inspired homes and commercial buildings that are iconic examples of their time, even today. So in the 1950s and 60s, the Sarasota School of Architecture, they established the mid-century modern look that is thriving today in homes and commercial buildings as well. I love our history. So what makes all this possible? What draws people here? Number 4, our climate, our weather, and our location. So having been born here and raised here and having never really experienced life in the cold, I love the climate here in Florida. We have mild, sunny winters, and with temperatures averaging in the 70s and warm summers with temperatures mostly in the 80s, with nearly 250 guaranteed days of sunshine all year long, you can maintain your outdoor lifestyle all year. So the Gulf is my serenity place, and here in Sarasota, we have water everywhere. Sarasota faces the Gulf of Mexico and is made of several barrier islands, making it a short drive to any beach from nearly anywhere in the county. And speaking of beaches, number 5, especially one beach in particular, Siesta Key, ranked the number 1 beach in the U.S. this year by TripAdvisor's Traveler Choice Award. You will quickly understand why when you visit this beach. It has quartz crystal powdery sand and just feeling it between your skin. It's like powder. I mean, it literally is. This with the ocean and the waves and the crystally blue water, it's just stunning. But that's not the only beach here. There's Longboat Key accesses, South Lido Park, Turtle Beach, Venice Municipal, Coquina Beach, Casperson Sea, Nokomis Beach, Brohard Beach. There's a Paw Park, and there's the Venice Fishing Pier. And that's just to name a few. Each are unique in their own ways and offering different reasons to venture out and make the trip. Beaching it isn't your thing, but number 6, outdoor life is most important to you, then you are headed to the right place. Every season is the perfect season to get outside and enjoy the weather in Sarasota, and that's why I love it. So thanks to Florida's year-round sunshine and temperature climates, from sea to shore, the opportunities to explore and appreciate the great outdoors are just endless. So if getting out on the water to you means boating, charter fishing, jet skiing, paddleboarding, kayaking, or canoeing, then Sarasota is an area that's home to several rivers, waterways, and even bayous, and of course, the Gulf. Or if you prefer to stay ashore and do a tour, using bicycles, scooters, skateboards, or just plain old tennis shoes, you can visit the 12-mile Legacy Trail, state and county parks, there's creek trails, or if you want the convenience of the outdoors with the luxuries of a resort, you can hit the course or courts at the many championship golf and country clubs Sarasota has to offer, each offering its own experience. So in addition to these low-cost activities, another desirable feature about Sarasota and the entire state of Florida is my number 7, no state income taxes. And so while the majority of the U.S. require residents to pay state income taxes, the state of Florida does not. So fortunately for you, as a future Florida resident, this lack of income tax allows you to save more of your hard-earned money or your Social Security for additional fun activities, vacations, investing, or is all around great for just a family that is starting out. You may have seen a previous video I did called How to Find a Job in Another State. That video might be helpful for you if you are moving to Sarasota for reason number 8. Sarasota's strong job and employment market. And with an unemployment rate at 2.7% in February and 3.8% just 1 year ago, Sarasota's job and employment market has been very strong in recent years. The state of Florida's unemployment rate rose to about 12.9% in April in the midst of all the COVID-19 pandemic, but it's already begun to steadily decline as of the June reports. So Sarasota is growing. There's no doubt about that. Each year, it's drawing an increasing number of people, both visitors and new residents, causing certain industries to expand to accommodate all their needs. Top sectors of the Sarasota economy in the area include hospitality, healthcare, education, retail, trades, and professional services. And top employers include the local Sarasota School Board, Sarasota Memorial Healthcare, and even Publix, PGT Industries, which is a window company, and Sarasota County government. One of the biggest industries recently impacted by the pandemic, and also as a result of the steps our government took to ensure the safety of our citizens, is the hospitality industry. And it's also my reason number 9. Sarasota's great dining options. The quest for a great restaurant is endless here. The greater Sarasota area offers a full array of casual sidewalk cafes to elegant 5-star restaurants, downtown or by the water. There are also lots of cool hip craft breweries and beer gardens to check out, such as Mandeville, J-Dubs, Big Top, and Calusa Brewing. Many of these places are pet-friendly and offer live entertainment, and some even offer cornhole and ping pong while you enjoy and fresh crafts, local brews. So downtown Sarasota, Lakewood Ranch, St. Armand Circle on Lido Key, and Siesta Key are some of the popular trendy destinations you'll definitely want to check out, and I love these places. And last but not least, reason number 10 why I love Sarasota and I think you should move here is the expansive variety of real estate options. No matter your preference, whether it's waterfront, downtown, acreage, new constructions, modern, or historical, you will be able to find the lifestyle you seek. And with the average cost of a home in Sarasota roughly only $270,000, you would be surprised to think that we are a waterfront community. I mean, finding affordable homes and condos in the coastal community is what makes Sarasota so desirable to other states. I mean, being a native from Sarasota, I have watched this town develop over the last 30-something years. I'm not going to tell you how old I am. And I'm very familiar with most communities and areas. So beyond your style of home, mansion, estate, condo, townhome, villa, Sarasota real estate options are greatly determined by your lifestyle. I mean, do you seek horse and country? Are you looking for multi-generational? Are you outdoors and hiking, golf and country club? Are you arts and culture or sea and shore? I mean, whatever your lifestyle, whatever your home style, there is something here for you. And with all those wonderful reasons why I love living in Sarasota, you're probably thinking, how can there possibly anything you hate? I mean, right? Well, maybe hate is a strong word, but I could definitely live without these things. Again, in no particular order. So without further ado, picking up from the topic of real estate is my first topic, the rental market. Roughly 44% of Sarasota is a rental market. And the 55 and up community is a huge percentage of this market. So according to towncharts.com, Sarasota County shows the median rental rates are about $1,200, which is at the top of all other counties in the area. So as compared to rental rates across the United States, which the average is about a little over 1,000, Sarasota County is 17.4% larger. And as compared to the state of Florida, rental rates are about 1,100. Sarasota County is 6.5% larger. But from my experience, there's even rents up to $2,500 a month, depending on the size and area of the home you choose. But again, that's if you choose that, so it's your preference. So understand, using the averages, a typical apartment of a typical home would likely be above what you would expect to pay anywhere else. So this goes back to the fact that you are living in a desirable community, but there's just an imbalance between homeownership and renters. So you can see why investors would find Sarasota an ideal market. Moving on to number 2. What's good can also be bad, right? So as I mentioned earlier, Sarasota, or Florida in general, is warm. And it's what draws people here. However, it's not always a plus. There is not a break from the heat except for when there are heavy rain or hurricanes. And we haven't yet talked about that. So even then, it can still be very warm, even if you really, really like warm weather all the time, even in January. In fact, Florida may be, in fact, your place to live. So additionally, it's humid. I mean, I just spent a week in North Carolina and it was in the 80s, but it felt cool because the humidity level was so low. Now, give me some of that here in Sarasota, and maybe I would be satisfied with a heat index of 110. You never know. So I just briefly mentioned my number 3, which is hurricanes. And honestly, I don't think this one is too bad. Most people would complain a lot because I believe we are truly blessed here in Sarasota. We do a lot of preparation, which can be annoying, don't get me wrong, but we have not been impacted like many other parts of the state. I mean, at all. Not in a long time anyway. So hurricane season lasts from June 1st to November 30th. And although every now and then hurricane hits outside these months, I survived the hurricane season of 2004 when 4 major hurricanes hit, 3 of them where I live. And the first and the worst was Hurricane Charlie, with winds up to 150 miles per hour, and some suffered more than others. But the worst thing that I got was having no electricity. But maybe I shouldn't even mention the hurricanes because every place has natural disasters. I mean, the north has blizzards and the west has earthquakes, but I'd much rather have water mopping up water than shoveling snow or the earth opening up on me. And number 3 leads me to number 4, insurance premiums. It's a big whoop to many Florida transplants that there's no state income tax, including no income tax on Social Security, benefits, pensions, and other retirement income. But Florida makes up for it with its hurricane insurance, which often range from 2 to 5% of the policy coverage, rather than the fixed dollar amounts I've heard of around $500 that you may be accustomed to up north. And that's if you can line up insurance at all. Homeowners insurance in general can be tough to get when you live on a barrier island. You may have to resort to the default state insurance. And if you want to spend less on insurance, you have to pay for a wind mitigation test for the house to see how well it will even stand up to the winds. And if not, the cost to insure your home without the wind mitigation test could be up to 4 times higher than a home with a wind mitigation test. I mean, additionally, if you buy a home in a designated flood zone, your mortgage company will insist you buy flood insurance too. I mean, typical homeowners insurance covers wind and rain, but not flooding. So all of these costs impact your monthly expenses as a Sarasota homeowner. And the fifth thing I dislike about my hometown of Sarasota is the seasonal traffic. Although I have a love-hate relationship towards this one, and I will tell you why. As I previously mentioned, much of Sarasota's economy is impacted by its seasonal tourism, from the spring breakers to the northerners who flock here to seek shelter from the blistery winter. So in that aspect, I remain grateful when I see the town is assailed with travelers, filling our hotels, restaurants, and beaches. During the 2010 BP oil spill, so many Gulf Coast communities were impacted, you could see the difference just by the decrease in the local traffic. And more recently with the COVID-19 situation, we would typically see traffic die down after Easter. But with the state lockdowns and quarantines, our seasonal traffic remained longer than usual, reminding the locals about our temporary visitors, even if we weren't out and about business as usual. So although traffic can be a bore and an inconvenience, it is a big indicator for our local economy. I hope you found this video helpful, and if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, or if you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Hey, don't forget to subscribe to get new videos each week, and if you know someone who's looking to move to Florida or Sarasota, please share this video with them. Don't forget to check me out on Facebook and on Instagram, and until the next time, bye-bye.